Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Monday, November 1st. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and joined alongside me, we have Uncle Teabag Tyler Sund.
Hello there.
And all day Eric Deshane.
Hello.
How you boys doing tonight?
Good. Wonderful. Wonderful.
On this All Hallows Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Spooky, scary.
Spooky day.
Do you guys have do anything special for Halloween?
Nope.
Just went trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating?
Yep.
Leia's first time?
Nope, second time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Okay.
It was, after she got over being scared of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
at an
good.
age where it could be a little freaky.
Yeah, walking down the sidewalk, and my nephews and niece were dressed up as Star Wars characters.
Oh,
So one of them was Darth Maul, one was Kylo Ren,
Mm.
and then the niece there, she was Rey, and then the youngest one was Mando.
Mandalorian, yeah.
Too bad he wasn't quite a little bit bigger. He could have carried Leia around. It
Yeah.
would have been perfect because she was Grogu.
Grogu, yeah.
Yeah, so it worked out pretty good.
That's too bad. That'd been good. Yeah.
Yeah. So once she got over being scared of everybody's costumes and strangers dressed up in really good costumes this year, then it was good. She was having fun. And she saw all the candy she was getting. She's like, more. I'm like, let me hold your bag. She's like, no, mine. Then we got home and she like just grabs the bag, just dumps it all over the floor and starts grabbing handfuls and runs to her room and slams the door. I'm like, what?
Your head knows.
I'll give you 5 seconds. I just fuck the door open. Get rid of candy. She's like trying to tuck it under her bed and throwing it in different directions. Like, holy man. It was awesome. I should have filmed it.
She knows.
Yeah.
Hide the stash.
Hide it, because I'm coming for it. Rick, there was 2 houses gave full-size chocolate bars.
Oh,
damn.
dude.
Like, she got a Twix and then a Snickers. Oh, we were just talking about those.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, it was good.
Very
It was
nice.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, today is the first Monday of the month, and that means it's Ask Us Anything, where we take your questions and we answer them.
Yeah.
And we got a ton. So, this will be a longer episode, but let's just get to it. So, first one here is from Erin. She says, is there a celebrity you hate for a very petty reason?
Celebrity that I hate for a very petty reason.
Yeah. Like when you just don't like the way they look, or
I mean, I say this before the podcast. I wouldn't say I hate him. I just have a hard time. But mine's always been Tom Cruise. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I said it multiple times on here. I don't hate the guy. Sure, he's a nice guy. It's just, I find him very obnoxious in whatever he's in, and I have a hard time. Just, if he's like the star in the movie, it's like, I probably won't see it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I think the only one that comes to mind is probably Adam Sandler. Yeah, he just plays the same character, and his movies are all the same, and they're all stupid, juvenile, stupid, and they do well too. And that's my biggest problem: is how well they do, and how people enjoy that level of stupidity. But you know what? He's smart because he capitalizes on it, and he just keeps making the same garbage. So fuck you, Adam Sandler, taking advantage of people's stupidity.
Yeah.
That's petty. I know it's dumb, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's kind of like the same scenario, kind of, sort of, too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Except that he actually wins awards and Oscars and shit, and he's a good
does
writer.
He deserve him? I don't know.
I don't know. Watch The Town, and you tell me.
He's better. I guess that's the thing. He's better behind the camera than in front of the camera.
Yeah, I'll say it.
I will agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I will definitely agree with you on that. He's a very mediocre, below subpar actor, but not as bad as Adam Sandler.
No.
Shut up. Shut up. Hubie Halloween. It's just little Nicky in a fucking Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Next question from my mother. She says, what's the worst present you ever got?
Socks.
I like socks, though. I like socks.
Yeah,
so
for
I'm
you,
always
they're
out of them.
good.
Went right over my head. Usually I pick up on those right away.
Yeah.
No.
Worst
Worst
present
gift.
I ever got was from my great aunt. And to be fair, she has like a mental disability where she like doesn't understand our ages, I guess, kind of thing. But like when I was like 13, she got me like a Teletubbies doll. So I was just like, don't think I'll get much use out of that.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
That's probably the worst. But
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what the worst one is. I don't really have any. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
like repeat gifts suck, like stuff you already have or something usually,
right.
or clothes that don't fit or something like that.
Right. Like
Yeah.
I guess like toiletries, I guess you would call it. Like here's a stick of deodorant and body wash and a loofah. I was like,
You stink.
I don't.
There you go.
I'm like, thanks. Like, I don't know, man. Like, sure, and it's like that cheap stuff too. And it's like, I don't know. That's probably the worst I get. I got a whole collection of them, just fucking stacks of them. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Or maybe I do.
Yeah. And next one here, Cameron. He says, Dune Hype is here. What are each of your Mount Rushmore space movies? He says, for the sake of diversity, large franchises like Star Wars can only take up one spot. So
Smart move, man.
I think Star Wars is on all of ours, probably.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
So,
of course.
Yeah. Star Wars is great. The Alien franchise for me. I really like them. I like those a lot. Even the new ones, I don't care. Even though it's going in a weird direction, I like it a lot.
But that's mostly Scott's vision too. Really, Scott's vision of all that stuff, right? That's really no one else is tweaking that, because that's what I can't get over with those movies. Is like, yeah, they're such a groundbreaking franchise, and yet the direction they're going with it is so weird. It's like, okay, but that's been really planned the whole time. I was like,
I don't like the first two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's number 2 especially. I didn't mind the first one. First one's good, but the second one I find better. Yeah.
Yeah, the first two are different but the same, but both great.
For me, I know on my list, the Guardians movie was on my list too. One especially, Guardians of the Galaxy #1. I really loved.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that was on my list. That one. And
I might have to step away for a second here. Sorry, guys. Leia's having a meltdown for some reason.
Step on over.
I'll be right away. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll do
pausing or
we'll keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get the fourth one though. I was thinking like a more realistic one, but I never find those movies entertaining, like Gravity or what I couldn't think of it earlier. But what's the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Oh, Interstellar.
Interstellar. I'm like, that's okay, but yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't think of a fourth one that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I think I have Interstellar on mine. Like, even though it's like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
You need like an engineering degree to fully understand it or something like that. But like, I don't know, like the thing about it, it's like, it's a really beautiful movie. Like, in the audio, music and stuff is all fantastic too. And I think for my fourth, I was either like Guardians, but I was like, is Guardians a space movie? Like, it is in space, but like it's also a superhero movie.
But I mean, you could argue that Thor at the same thing. Thor is
same
as well.
Like, this Thor space movie. Like,
that one is Guardians is a little bit more closer to that edge of that of the spectrum. But yeah, I would just say it barely counts as one. But yeah.
So I think for my fourth, I was actually gonna go with The Martian. Actually.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I had trouble with this list because I watch a lot of space TV shows. I don't watch a lot of space movies.
Yeah,
that's one thing. I love Star Trek. I love The Expansion. Like all those shows like that. But like that's all TV shows. I don't watch a lot of space movies. I find the space narratives more geared towards a episodic story than just be a 2-hour thing, right? So yeah.
Starship Troopers for me.
I forgot about that.
So good.
Even though that too, does that qualify as a space movie? There's very little space fighting, and it does qualify as a space movie. Like,
there's enough space fighting. It's going to a different
on
planet.
The edge, right? Yeah.
They're flying around. They're doing orbital stuff. Space stations.
I agree. It's like on the spectrum of like
planetfall attacks and shit.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah.
All right, do we say them all? I got my 4.
I got my 4. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on, we got Sarah, and Sarah went crazy. And
she's in a lot. Yeah.
22 questions.
Jesus Christ, Sarah.
But hey, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Keep it up.
Yeah. Go to fast food joint. McDonald's probably.
Well, it's the one
McDonald's. I mean,
yeah.
I don't mind A&W too much. I mean, around here, that or Dairy Queen because I do like a Blizzard too. But McDonald's, yeah, you can't. I find their coffees the better coffee in town, and I really don't mind a quick burger or something. So
Yeah.
and their fries are always
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. McDonald's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
McDonald's. When is the last time you cleaned your pillowcase?
2 weeks ago.
I have no idea.
It's been a couple months, yeah.
I honestly don't
Probably
know.
Not as often as it should be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine.
When I was single, I think it's like every 6 months I do.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
do
pretty
mine.
gross.
Try to do at least a couple months, but yeah, this one was probably about the summer, but yeah, I did it 2 weeks ago. So I saw that question. I'm like, yes, I can answer that one right.
Yeah. I feel like it was a couple months ago.
Mhm.
Carly washed them, I think.
For
no
for
idea.
me, smells are a big thing to be comfortable in bed. So if my room stinks, I can't stand it. So and pillowcase too is one thing I noticed right away if the pillow is off or something. Like, yeah, time to wash these. So
You get used to the smell after a couple of months.
nah.
There you go, problem solved.
Fair enough.
War of attrition, I will win.
Smells like drool and sweat, but it's your drool and
Yeah.
sweat.
That's right.
And when you take the pillowcase off, you see the yellow stain. You're like, oh god, what the fuck is on my mouth? It's gross.
Yeah.
And then would you rather sleep hot or cold, fan or no fan?
Cold with a fan.
Cold, no fan. That's noise. Get out of here.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I do like the fan actually. Like I've kept the fan on since summertime just because of the white noise effect.
And with these condos we live out here, the heat stays in so well that you need a fan still. Like you even when the heater's on in the wintertime, it's like okay, it's like the air's going nowhere, so it's just like overly hot. So you have to put a fan on for a little while just to kind of balance it out a bit better. But yeah, and then you open a window up, and then it's just
I like the feeling of being cold and then you like bundle up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Like a nice heavy blanket. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like and a cool side of the pillow. Yeah.
I don't like a heavy blanket. I like a nice thin blanket.
Oh, I like him heavy.
Yep.
And my blanket's like never tucked in either because I just like got my feet hanging out all the time. Love it.
Can't relate.
No.
Weird.
Anyway, weird.
Favorite place you ever worked and where you were truly happy?
TBA.
TBA, yeah.
TBA?
The radio station. Duh.
Right.
I got to hang out and make jokes for 6 hours a day. Pretty good.
Well, when I worked probably at the seat cleaning plant is when I was the happiest. It was a good mix of physical and just like everybody got along and it was fun and you always had something to do.
Yeah, when I worked at Cabela, it's the same way too as well. But it is I was happy, but yeah, I can go into more details that I won't get into because I wasn't happy. So yeah, but probably the best work environment I ever worked at. The coworkers I had are awesome. So yeah.
Coworkers have a lot to do with
downright. Yeah, and
they do.
There's so many of us there working that you just get to kind of it's like almost like being back in school. There was just different like kind of energies off different people and kind of feed off of them, and it was fun.
See, and that's the reason why BP's was very, very close for me because there was so many people. Like, I was 16, and then after school you go to work, and it's like all people you've never met before, and they're all like your age too, and it's just like, yeah, it's like a big slumber party or something.
So you drive from Maleg to St. Paul like after school every?
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, a lot. And I would catch other people's shifts too, and. Just I loved it. It was awesome, and I would work till closing time 2 a.m. I don't even know how I graduated. Honestly, I shouldn't have. Even if I did, not work and focus on my schooling, I would have struggled. But that just made it worse. But yeah,
interesting.
No, I loved it. It was awesome.
So you would have to pay a decent amount of gas, eh?
Well, my car only cost me $20 to fill up, and it was like, what was it, like 60 cents a liter, 55 cents a liter?
If that back then.
That's how old I am, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, but you're also making like $7 or if that.
Yeah, $5.90 an hour.
Yeah.
And then when I got promoted to kitchen supervisor, it was $6.25, baby. I even got a blue uniform out of it. It's like, check out that color. I am your boss. Look at me. I am the captain now.
I am the captain now.
Telling 30, 40-year-olds, 16, Gomer, I'm your boss now.
Yeah. Up next question here. Korean shows, she says. Thoughts on those? She's obsessed with them apparently.
Only one I've ever really focused on was Squid Game, but I don't really focus there.
Yeah,
I've seen a few movies.
Yeah, if we're talking like movies, I've seen more movies than I have shows. Yeah,
but TV shows, no, not really. Mm-hmm.
There was one that I was watching. It was about these soldiers that are working the South and North Korean border.
Ooh,
and like there's like secret agents like passing back and forth and trying to get intel on stuff. I only watched like 2 episodes of it. I wanted to finish it, but the only other show that I watched that was amazing was The Kingdom, and that was a zombie medieval zombie show. It was everything I ever dreamed of. It's almost like they read my book and just like, yeah, let's do it. So that's another one you guys should watch it. Sarah, check that one out. But you don't like zombies. Or do you? I don't know. Leave a comment.
Don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But that's a great one.
Question number 6. She asked, Tyler, why haven't you married Carly yet?
Insufficient funds.
Insufficient funds? Oh, okay.
Good answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a big wedding, It could just be
That's true. That's true. I'll just leave that answer. You ain't gonna get it out of me, Sarah. We're happy. We're happy. We're happy. We're good.
Best online dating story?
No.
I have one.
Okay.
It was when me and Tyler were living in the basement.
No.
No.
Which one? Which one?
No, this is
which one is it?
Bad on you or anything. But
okay.
This girl new to Plenty of Fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, new member, and then like, so I started messaging her, and they said, it went okay for conversation. Said she's going to bed or whatever, and then on like the next morning, I talked to Tyler. I was like, yeah, I was talking to somebody on Plenty of Fish. And Tyler's like, oh yeah, I was talking to her too. And then like, she ended up coming over to see Tyler the next night. I was like, well, all right, well, I guess I struck out and Tyler got that one.
I'm like, oh man, I had no idea. Like,
yeah. But I think also at the end of it, she's like, I'm just looking for friends. And you were just like, whatever.
Yeah, that was, I'm not going to get into that. That was, fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Okay, that'll be my story too then. Yeah, it was a little bit awkward. It's like, oh, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, this is weird. But that's okay.
What song can you listen to over and over again?
Song over and over again.
Tyler's, I would say, is Aqua.
Oh, that's Dr. Jones? Yeah. When I have a few brewskis, it's like, hey, yeah, now it's time for Dr. Jones. But like on a normal day, it's not really songs that I would listen to over and over again, but it'd be like an instrumental piece from a movie or something. Like,
yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Like, I usually put on the soundtrack of Pacific Rim or something like that over and over again, just because there's no lyrics to it, but it's just an awesome background noise, right? So
yeah. Actually, the one I probably have played the most now is probably the what's that one on Doom where you're about to jump into the portal? It starts off do 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 do, and it's like da 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 da, and then he jumps into the portal. What the fuck's the name? I can't remember.
Rip and Tear,
no, that's the main fighting.
That's the main
theme.
one, yeah, okay, yeah.
I think it's called the Doom Portal. No, the Portal.
No.
I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, that's the one. It's like 1 minute and 45 seconds. I just freaking repeat it. That one and Cyber Demon. Out of all the music I've ever listened to, like with Hans Zimmer, Harry Gregson Williams, Howard Shore, like Lord of the Rings, I'd listened to that like countless times. But that one just fucking got me right. Just Mick Gordon knows how to shred.
Yep.
You
that was
see him
great.
play. He's like it's a monster watching him play. His hands go nuts. Like fuck.
Yeah,
Cool.
6-string bass and fucking electronics, and just makes like this demonic guitar riff, and it's so good. Yeah.
DMXX, go and give it to you. That's one.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yep.
What movie can you watch over and over again? Spider-Verse, probably.
Under the Red Hood. My Batman movie.
Over and over again.
Yeah, it's gotta be good, but it's gotta be like light,
Yeah. Something that has a big epic battle that I could just watch over and over again. That was Starship Troopers. I would just go and watch that where they're holding off that little outpost and they're waiting for the lifeboat to come down and they're just holding them off wave after wave. They just keep coming.
Yeah.
That or Dawn of the Dead, the remake, probably. I could watch that over and over again because there's enough action, enough comedy, and good stuff in there. I really like that one. And it's fun to show people that haven't seen it yet, too. Probably that.
This next question, not even a question. She says, "You guys need a guest speaker."
Yep.
Who would you want to have a guest? Anybody in the world could have a guest.
As a guest?
Yeah.
Ooh. I would love to interview Steven Spielberg. Talk to Steven Spielberg. That would be cool.
As a guest? Darn it, that's a tough one. I can think of a lot of places where I want to go.
What the hell is that?
I gotta fly in my room. It's pissing me off.
Oh my god! I'm like, what the fuck is that on my camera? I'm like,
no,
Jesus
sorry,
Christ,
darn
something
fly
crawling over your camera.
There's lots of people I know of where I would mind to meet them, and their person, like Adam Savage is one I'm a huge fan of. I want to meet him, but I want to go see him at his shop because he's all the cool shit there. Bringing him here, be like, that's kind of, I don't know.
Right.
To have on as a guest, jeez.
Someone just to talk to and could just talk. Yeah, it's a. Let's get some kind of even like Dave Chappelle or somebody.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on here. Hey, what do you think about this?
I was gonna say that. Yeah. Dave
yeah.
Chappelle.
I never watched the new one yet, but I've heard lots of flack about it, so I'm really looking forward to watching it.
Makes me want to see it even more.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the whole.
Hey man.
Whole reason to lure people in to watch it.
Yep.
Make all that controversy.
Maybe. She says favorite podcast host.
Scott Labrie.
Yep, Scott Labrie. Because I don't probably know any other podcast hosts.
Same, yeah. I don't really listen
except for what's his name, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but
Scott's better. Scott's better than that.
That's the only podcast I listen to. So
Bro Jogan.
Bro Jogan, yeah.
Bro Jogan.
I like Greg Miller from Kind of Funny. He's good.
I did listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast and the Achievement Hunter podcast. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I did like Michael when he also did the Achievement Hunter one. I like his.
I mean, Bernie Burns probably when he was on there.
Yeah, he's all right, but he wasn't really the host. It was mostly Gus.
Yeah,
but
Gus isn't a good host though either.
Yeah, he's not.
William Liu on the Raptors podcast. Pretty good. That's about it. Thoughts on reality shows?
Down with him. Burn him. Get rid of him.
I used to watch.
Never had any interest in it.
Back when I was a kid. At my parents' place because they watch a lot of them. They watch all the Survivors and Big Brothers. Survivors, all right.
Would a game show be considered a reality show? Because it's live.
Yeah. Like I love watching Forged in Fire, and that classifies as that because it is a kind of a competition reality show. But that's the only one I'll watch. Like no other cooking ones, no other bullshit ones. But yeah, and that's it. But otherwise, like the fucking like Kardashian shows and that shit. Fuck that. No. Real Housewives of whatever fucking bullshit town, and so.
Really, I thought you'd be a fan of those.
Fuck no.
It's right up your alley here. Come on.
Yes. Oh my god. Having a hard time relating to your rich person problems. I apologize. I can't relate to that. So
yeah.
Next one here. Worst fight with a friend.
Worst fight with a friend?
I don't know.
I don't really get into
think
fights.
Of one. I don't. Yeah. I mean, a few
before there's a fight
agreements, but never.
I usually just disown them.
Fair enough.
If I get upset enough, a fight. I guess it could be just like a disagreement that turns into like a verbal fight.
If that, then maybe my my Facebook chat.
Yeah, that was
when parties got canceled over COVID, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
You were
I got some words to say.
you were
Yeah.
revved. You were revved up.
Yeah, that's one of them. I'd say, yeah, but
Yeah, but that's just a.
No, yeah, I got over it quick. It was,
And they were
yeah.
probably the same way when we
Yeah,
canceled their get together, the family reunion thing, right? So I mean, that's gonna happen.
yeah.
But an actual fight, I don't know. I
haven't been in a
think of
physical
one,
fight
no.
since
I
like
was-
grade
No,
6.
same.
yeah. Well, I guess like if it's a physical fight, there was only like one, but it was like literally for 5 seconds. I was in high school, and my friend kept calling me pizza face. And he knew how self-conscious I was with my act. It was super bad. Like, it was bad. Like, I had heaters everywhere, tomato crops all over, like juicy ones, like gross. And I felt like I didn't even want to go to school sometimes. It was so bad. And he was one to talk. He was as bad, if not worse, because he had like actual back knee too. Like, he had like literally a mountain range of acne all over his back. So I'm like, like, why the fuck are you saying something to me? Like, fuck off, man. So then he's like, hey, pizza face, what'd you get for this question? I'm like, dude, call me pizza face again. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind on you. And he's like, oh, just relax. I'm joking. And he was just joking. Like, we pick each other's ass all the time, but he was just, for some reason, he was just like in an extra douchebag mood. So then we go back to the hallway. It's recess time. And he's got his head down in his locker and he's rummaging to get his books. And he's like, hey, pizza face, what's our next class? I grabbed his locker and I just fucking wham, wham, wham. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But I told you this was going to happen. And I just fucking lost my mind. I lost my mind. And then the principal was like, what's going on? And then my friend at the time, he stood up. He's like, it's all good. It's all good. He warned me that this was going to happen. I pushed his buttons. It's all good. Like, we're chill. Right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry. Are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Everything's good. And then I end up having to go to the office and got in trouble for, being a psychopath.
Attempted murder.
Yeah. It's just a couple love taps. I mean, fuck, man.
A locker to the head, no big deal.
Locker to the head, whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst.
Yeah.
I didn't ruin our friendship. It was just like, I warned you. I'm like, dude, fuck off, man. Like, I'm being serious. And he probably just thought I was joking because I never really say anything. Like, he's just being silly. He's not going to do nothing.
But then, yeah.
It's the quiet ones you got to watch out for, man. Just kidding.
Right.
That's psycho. But yeah, that's probably the worst.
All right. Up next, leave. She did say leave, but least favorite sport to watch.
Least favorite sport? Golf. Fuck.
Golf. If NASCAR counts, the NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR. I would say
NASCAR would be the worst for sure.
Because I've watched a lot of every now and then in the UK was lots of F1 racing, which is a lot more interesting to watch because there's a lot more curves and twists, right? So that's not bad, but yeah, racing definitely. And NASCAR is just like, oh my god, how can you watch this?
Yeah, even sprint car races. We had some family friends that were in sprint cars, and Edmonton we used to go watch, and there'd be like 3 or 4 crashes per race, and some pretty good ones too. And that's what we like always waited for. So that was actually more entertaining. Watching NASCAR and people just go around in circles.
Yeah,
for fucking
250 laps. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
Nope to that.
No thanks. People travel to go watch this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's almost as bad as going to watch a hockey game. Oh, shots fired!
Which fictional world would you live in? I think we got this before, did we? Kind of.
Well, I'm sure we have. I want to say D&D, but I know I'd die.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure
Pokemon.
I'm sure.
Pokemon? Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And didn't somebody say the Shire? Didn't like one of your sisters say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being hobbits. Yeah.
Being hobbits in the Shire? That'd be pretty lit. But I think Pokemon world would be pretty cool.
Nah, I want to go with space Star Wars. I want to go to space.
But then there's the Empire, and then there's the New Order.
You're a slave on Tatooine.
Oh, god damn it.
Good job.
Oh, god.
Hope you're happy with your choice.
Watto owns you and your mother.
Oh, god. Oh, well, I get to see lasers fire. Cool. Maybe I'm a Jedi.
Nope.
Fuck you.
That's not how it works.
Nope. Right.
See, in Pokemon,
let me have
anybody can catch Pokemon. Okay. What's an irrational fear you have?
Irrational fear.
Irrational fear.
Irrational.
Irrational fear.
I mean, I'm scared of like mice and lizards and.
But that's
crawly
pretty
things.
rational. That's a common thing, though. That's not irrational.
It's probably death. Like, I remember when I first started thinking about it, I started like having like chest pains. I'm like, fuck, man, like it's something that's inevitable, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then as you get older, you start seeing people passing away. It's like, well,
About like public speaking.
Yeah.
I have no issue with public speaking.
That's
I never really have had an issue with that.
Yeah.
But
Because you're a sociopath. No, I don't know.
yeah, I might be self-centered,
Narcissistic. Yeah.
narcissistic.
Would you rather have a cook or a maid? I say cook.
A cook.
Yeah.
Somebody make healthy
maid.
meals for me.
I don't mind cooking. I can cook myself. As maid, I'd say maid. I find there's more housework than cooking that needs to get done, and yeah.
Actually, yeah, because the maid would do your dishes and stuff, right?
Laundry.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my answer to maid.
Yeah.
Because I actually like you. I don't mind cooking.
I don't mind cooking.
At all.
Yeah.
So,
Last night I cooked a hell of a meal, and I want to do it again tonight. And yeah, so
mac and cheese with French fries.
Spicy shrimp.
Spicy
Shrimp stir fry with noodles. Oh fuck, it was good last night. Oh, I ate well last night.
Damn.
There you go.
Tyler wouldn't have it. It's like, yeah, it's like the mildest spice, and Tyler had to be like, it's so hot. Like, it's not hot, but all right. No.
Yeah, probably was.
Thoughts and theories on the Gabby Patio case. Have you guys heard about
What's
this
that?
one?
Yes,
No.
This girl, Gabby, she's a YouTuber. She went on a camping trip with her boyfriend.
Yes.
And her boyfriend returned, but she didn't. And then they ended up finding her body somewhere. And then they're like, well, where the fuck's the boy? Because the boyfriend came home, went to his parents' place. And then, yeah. And then parents like left with him in a camper or something like that. But they came back without him or the camper. And then I think recently they just found his dead body or something.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Oh, this is recent or what?
I know that was the one that Dog the Bounty Hunter went and like looked for her and couldn't find her and gave up after a week. Yeah. I remember that part of it, but I had never heard about that shit. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, murder suicide probably. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Must be, yeah.
Jesus. Weird. Never heard about it.
I don't know. I'll look into it and see if it could be something. Could be the new Netflix documentary coming up here next.
Well, I'm
Right?
sure it will be.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next one here. Netflix, Crave, Prime, or Disney if you have to choose one. So I'm guessing if you can only have one.
Only had one, eh?
I say Disney because Mandalorian and all the Marvel
now that
shows.
they have more shows, I will say Disney too, because now they have the stars, which is like a lot of, I'm finding and watching more of the Fox stuff too, right? So yeah, I would say Disney.
I don't know. Prime's got good shit on there too, though.
Prime's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, and I have Netflix on like 24/7.
Yeah.
Frick. Netflix. Netflix.
When was your first cell phone? When did you get your first cell phone?
I want to say
My first personal cell phone?
Yeah. 2003? No, I started driving. 2004. I started the drive. They gave me one as a gift when I got my driver's.
It was after I graduated for sure, so I was probably like 19, 20.
So I was
It was a little flip phone. I had one when I was like 16. We had like those, or it's not little, the big ones with the big flip and then the antenna.
Yeah.
We had them whenever we went somewhere. We always took it with us. Mom said, "Oh, if you're going to this party, take the cell phone with you."
Yeah.
So
The same.
I think 13, 14 I had one or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not too sure. Favorite gangster movie? The Departed? Does that count?
that would count. Yeah,
Count,
Probably
yeah.
The
it's
Departed.
definitely a gangster. Bunch of gangsters in
I
that
would
one.
say, want to say Casino over Truefellas, but that's like very
You mean
close.
Goodfellas?
Goodfellas.
Yeah, sorry, Goodfellas. Sorry. I want to say Casino, just barely, because I like Robert De Niro a bit better in Casino, but not by much.
Yeah, between Departed and Boondock Saints.
Ooh, good one too.
Boondock Saints is fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But Departed, I think Departed is one of the best gangster
That
movies.
one, that
Everything.
one,
And it's a long fucking movie, but it's
Mhm.
so fast paced it does not feel like one.
No, I started watching Heat before coming out here, and I didn't know how long that movie was. I'm like, oh, it must be close to done. An hour and a half in, there's still an hour and 20 minutes left. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
But
his movies are.
that's how The Departed was too, as well. It was like, oh my god, like,
Right.
where's it? It's long, but it's like you have no idea what's gonna happen next, who's gonna go next, or what. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh, it makes me think of another good Michael Mann movie. It's Collateral. Have you seen that one?
Oh no, I heard
With
good
Jamie
things about
Foxx
that.
and Tom
Yeah.
Cruise. The Silver Fox.
Mhm.
He like had like gray hair and a little beard and
Mm.
fuck, he was prime psychopath Tom Cruise in that movie. But anyway, that's
Anywho.
we're veering off topic here.
And last question here from Sarah.
Hmm.
Simpsons or Family Guy?
Simpsons.
Simpsons, classic Simpsons, up to season 15. I'll go for this. I go after that. Fuck that. Yeah.
Family Guy's too much, man.
It
It's too
was
much.
when it first came out. It was like groundbreaking. It was the thing, but now it's like it's like Simpsons now too. It's like I don't fucking care anymore. Just give me the old shit and it comes back on and yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say like for a while probably would have been Family Guy for me, but like
Mhm.
this newer stuff is they jumped the shark
Yeah.
on a lot of that. But,
Oh yeah.
and even like some of the newer Simpsons stuff like is stupid, but like I'll take newer Simpsons over newer Family Guy.
Yeah, Sam.
I don't watch either very often or have in the
Mhm.
past, but I've always enjoyed Simpsons. Like when I was a kid, I used to
Mhm.
watch it. I remember we were like one of the only ones in our class that was allowed to watch it. My parents didn't care.
My class, we would recite like word for word some episodes, like how much we watched it, because it was on like 4 times a night if you got the channels right. And so
Yeah.
we watched like all the ones, and we talk about it the next day, even though it came out
Yeah.
like 10 years before. Like, oh yeah, Simpsons
We used to be
was
so
big back
excited to
then.
watch it when we got home from school. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Simpsons is gonna be on.
Yep.
Good stuff.
What you hate,
All
pants?
right. And now we have a couple would you rather questions here from Tyler C. He says, "Hey guys, new sub here." And he has
Thank you,
would
Tyler.
you rather questions. So he says, "Would you rather work 5 days a week, 12 hours a day and retire at 50 or work 3 days a week, 8-hour days and never retire?"
Work 5 hours a week, 12 hours till 50, because I want to retire.
That's a tough one actually.
That is a really tough one.
Mm-mm.
Never retire because you're still having more time off to do stuff in your younger years. You have all that time
That's what
to
I was
do other
thinking.
things. Yeah,
If the
I'd
pay is
take the
equivalent in both scenarios.
right.
I'd say.
What if you end up getting sick before you're 50? It's like, no. 3-day weekends, 4-day weekends, 3-day weekends. What's the math?
4 days.
I'd take that.
3
4-day
days on,
weekend.
3 days on, 4 days off.
It's fucking. It's a no-brainer, man. Even though I struggled with the brainer.
Yeah,
on that one.
apparently. 3 and 4 make 7.
That's right.
I'll be the Walmart greeter at 80 years old. Fuck it.
Fucking rights, man. Having a sense of purpose when you're older like that too helps you live longer. I think.
Would you rather wear only a Speedo 24/7 all year, everywhere you go, regardless of weather, or wear a full Eskimo suit, goggles, and all 24/7 for a year?
What do we get more, colder, hotter days? We get more colder days, but I don't want to wear.
Are you allowed to put a blanket on if you get chilly?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the parka.
Same, because
Yeah.
we
But
get more
include
colder
Eskimo.
days than we do warmer days,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And just
Yeah.
spend all summer in a beer cooler, get a job at a liquor store.
fill in the fridge
Right.
up.
Yeah.
Yep. air conditioned building.
Cool.
Because that's the one thing I like to be cool, but I hate being cold, especially in the wintertime. So like I will bundle up like crazy because I hate getting that initial frigid blast to freeze you. So yeah, I prefer that for sure.
Okay. Next one here. Would you rather lose both your legs at your current age, brackets, sorry, Eric, or lose both your arms at your current age?
Well, we all know my answer.
My legs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Eric, what would you rather lose?
I want to lose the arms. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Good one, Tyler. That's a good one. Thanks for the question. That's a good question. Yeah.
Lose my legs.
Eric just becomes Buster Scruggs, guy from Buster Scruggs.
Oh yeah.
Torso. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one scarred me. That episode.
That's fucked up, man. That was fucked up.
Meal ticket. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, that's right. Meal ticket. That's
Meal
what it was
ticket.
called.
I'll never forget it. Yeah.
Liam Neeson was a monster in that one.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And then last one. Here we go. Would you rather never speak again in the society we live in, or be able to speak but be the only human on Earth?
Oh.
I can go mute.
I can go mute.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be tough for me.
I am antisocial, but I'm still somewhat of a social creature, so I can live with text to speech.
Yeah, exactly. We got technology that can whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say be the only human on Earth can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a Ferrari dealership and grab the keys.
Just grab a Ferrari, yeah. I think the Twilight episode, that's, I don't know.
Drive in Edmonton without, like, losing your head. I'm just kidding. It's like,
yeah.
This is actually kind of nice.
Right?
Traffic's actually not bad. It's laid out pretty
so much
smart.
room on this.
Walk. Yeah.
No, I can be mute.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. That's it. That was the last question.
Damn.
Thank you for those. Yes.
Those were a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They were good ones too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of questions, yet only half as long as the Star Wars scripted episode.
Right? Yeah.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We're going to wrap this thing up. So thank you for watching on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you're listening on a podcast service. Subscribe to the feed and give us a positive rating. And head over to our Facebook page. Like the page. Ask us a question like one of these fabulous people did. We really appreciate that. And if you want, you could also submit a topic. Later this week, we're going to be doing another user submitted topic. So we got that to look forward to. And we're also going to be doing, I think we'll probably do it Wednesday. We'll do this next podcast Wednesday. We'll probably do the monthly wrap up where we talk about all the shows, movies, and games we played last month.
Sweet.
So,
yeah.
There we go. Until then, we'll see you later. Adios. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.